workshop you didn't really cover anything, or you covered everything but you didn't get anything out of it, you don't have a takeaway, nor too broad. I'll give one example, because I was involved in a session at network neutrality in the past 2 years. And for instance, seeing several new suggestions for the topics this year, which is, for instance, search neutrality or the human rights dimension of network neutrality and so on, these could be fit well within one single session on net neutrality. Net neutrality has moved from net management as such, which is one of the topics, into human rights, into other areas. This is just one example. So trying to cluster different fields, different topics within certain bigger areas can be a way forward. And lastly, some of the suggestions were very good related to evaluating the impact of the sessions that took place in the previous IGF meetings. So which sessions did really give an impact through the reports and maybe through the feedbacks from the audience. One other thing related to workshops is maybe going back to the experience from the Rio meeting. Well, we did have short overviews during the plenary sessions of what happened in workshops. Bringing that back for 5 minutes of overview of each workshop, so that people that were not able to follow multiple workshops at the same time would hear in 2 sentences. To reporting on the topic from the IGF. Let me just bring one more recommendation that I think the Youth Coalition, which will be launched later today, will also bring shortly, is to bring more involvement of youth on a formal level. Maybe requesting for each plenary session, if not also the workshops, to have formally a contributor from youth. Either as a panelist or only as a contributor, as a commenter through the session, so that at any point we can really hear the comments of the youth on any issue. And lastly, one of the experiences that we tried to do last year, which is text captioning for the workshops, but we unfortunately started too late, was that basically whoever is organizing the workshop should try to bring in maybe the funds from the participants of the workshop, especially if the business is going to be involved, to also provide text captioning not only for remote participation, but specifically also for people with disabilities. And that could be one of the ways forward for greater participation. Thank you.